absolutely love whenever you have an episode that just basically brings everything all in together. Last week, we were learning about the relationships that Maomao had with Lakin and several others, so it kind of tied things together there. But this time, this episode brought together all those little random mysteries that Maomao had been solving or been helping with that were kind of like, like there was like, oh, here it is. She helped this person out, this family out. It's like, oh, okay. Come to find out, all these little things that she had been working on helping Jinshi with actually were connected and led to a bigger plot that looks like was meant to try to kill Jinshi. Man, oh man. I mean, I was looking at this and my reaction was straight up like, oh my God, it's all connected. And it's great when they tie everything together. And of course, what's absolutely hilarious how, honestly, if Jinshi didn't offer something of great extravagance to Maomao, she wouldn't have even tried to look into it. She's like, oh, well, this is what I discussed with the officer. And he's like, wait, Jinshi's like, wait, you're not excited about it? And it's like, eh. He's like, all right, fine, I'll get you excited. And then she's like, okay, I'll look into it. But man, all those little mysteries, all those little things from the seaweed, the episode with the seaweed that came from a different area, to the guy that wanted sweet liquor, but then was supposed to be, oh, it's just a prank that someone put salt in it and to see if his taste buds and he ended up dying from it. Like all those little things, looks like we had someone coming together to work it all out. When Maomao was looking into everything, and she pretty much figured that the person that had started the whole fire diversion thing was Suirei, which honestly, I thought the same thing. When he says, oh yeah, it's a tall person, and this tall person smelled of medicine. It's like, oh, well, we kind of already know who that is. But the key is, who is she working for? Who is the person that's kind of ordering her to do this stuff? Because she herself, there's no reason for her to actually be involved in all this. So at first I'm like, well, she's always in the military area and they tie things to Lakin. And at the end of the episode, you actually see Lakin eyes like bulging out of his head as Jinshi is carrying Maomao down the steps. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. At first, I was like, oh, he's behind it. And because he's behind it, that's why he's like surprised that Jinshi's alive. But then I'm like, but wait, that can't be the case, because if that was the case, he wouldn't have allowed her to go inside to have the chance to save Jinshi in the first place, if what he wanted was to have Jinshi eliminated. Because remember, Lakin was the one that gave that metal piece to begin with to Jinshi to have it replaced. But I started thinking, it's like, okay, I think he's actually more surprised that his daughter, Maomao, is actually hurt to that degree, and Jinshi is carrying her down the steps. I am going to go on a limb here, like a huge limb, as far as to accuse one person, and a lot of the times in anime, think of the one person who is not shown a whole lot. Because the reason why they're not shown a whole lot is because they want you to forget about them. They want you to be like, oh, of all the names of different people that could do it, it can't possibly be them because they haven't been shown a whole lot. But I'm going on a huge limb, and I think I know who's behind it all. Now, they're not in this episode, so I can't show a picture of them, but I think it's actually the newest consort, the newest pure consort, Lao Lin. We saw her at the beginning of this kind of mid-season when, she's new, she's quiet, and she doesn't even give a care about a lot of this stuff. But the fact is, she's still taken over the position of Consort A Duo. She was in that position, but then Lao Lin stepped in, and now is the new pure consort. But we don't know too much about her. And it wasn't shortly after that she came in that the whole fire thing happened. I honestly believe that she might be involved, mainly because she has a high status. Maybe she's trying to get rid of Jinshi and how he has a status. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know Jinshi's status and all this. All I know is that Jinshi had this ceremony I don't even know what the ceremony's for, but we know that Jinshi himself has a hidden tie to him, and he might actually even be related to the Emperor. But if she herself gets rid of Jinshi, maybe that helps her status. And it seems she didn't even want to be a mistress to the Emperor, so maybe she's trying to move her way in to get higher status. Like I said, I'm going on a limb here, but Lakin himself, like, look at his expression here. He's utterly surprised at what is happening here. Is it surprised that the fact that Maomao, his daughter, is injured? And he's like, oh my God, how is she this injured? Or is it surprised to see Jinshi still alive? I think it's the former than the latter, because like I said, I find it hard to believe if Lakin was the mastermind in all of this and wanted to get rid of Jinshi, why would he allow Maomao to go in the first place? The guard himself was already stopping Maomao from going in. So he could have just kept quiet and then let Maomao not necessarily get beat up, but you know, he could have just kept quiet and not let her go in the first place. But we shall see what happens in the future episodes. But that is my hypothesis on things. Now, I could be wrong, I could be right. But hey, I hope you guys voice your opinions down below in the comments. No spoilers, please. Healthy discussion in order to find out what the answers are. Give me your ideas, but don't give me the answers, please. I love discussing things like this and discussing things with you guys. But definitely, let me know what you guys think. Comment down below, and make sure you like the video. Make sure you're subscribed for more, because we'll definitely be discussing more on this anime as future episodes are released. You guys take care, be safe, and Lord willing, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Make sure to check out the extra content on our Patreon page, and thanks to our current patrons.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.